The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet, with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you're encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated to an additional 12 million households. I am your host, Gary Baumgarten. Welcome to the show. Well, here in the United States, the jobless rate today, according to the latest statistics, is at 7.6%. 598,000 jobs were eliminated in the United States in January, in 1 month alone. Those figures are reflective of the most losses of jobs in the United States since the end of 1974. Well, President Obama responded to that today by saying that the latest jobless numbers demand action on his stimulus package. He called it, quote, inexcusable and irresponsible for Congress to delay on its economic recovery package, which, when it cleared the House of Representatives, was a little over $800 billion. It's now up to $900 billion. Republicans, as you know, are pushing back. But we had an economist on earlier this week, Dean Baker, who said, hey, this is the only way to save the economy, not just in the United States, but globally. But not all economists would agree with him. In today's Los Angeles Times, Neil Ferguson, a professor at Harvard University and at Harvard Business School, a fellow of Jesus College in Oxford, and a senior fellow of the Hoover Institution, the author of a new book, The Ascent of Money, A Financial History of the World, suggests that governments who believe that a crisis of excess debt can be solved by creating more debt are delusional. Well, I went out on the streets of New York by Wall Street to talk to a broker. This guy's name is, I believe, Jim Ferguson. No, I'm sorry, Jim Hollingsworth. And I asked him what he thought of the Obama stimulus plan. Could you play that video now for us now, Boaz?
So the Senate is debating the stimulus package. Do you think they should pass it?
Sure, absolutely. I think the stimulus passed. I think obviously it's going to create more jobs, and it's creates more confidence, and that's something we need right now.
Does it concern you that the Republicans are trying to water it down or even torpedo it?
I think they're going to try to ruin it, and that's just them. That's just what the Republicans do. But I'm not really overly concerned with that. I think Obama knows what he's doing, and to create more jobs, that's exactly what we need right now.
So it's exactly what we need right now. Well, somebody commented on this video after I posted it to YouTube. Person writes, this guy obviously hasn't read the bill. What's worse, President Obama mocks those of us who have and see hundreds of billions of it is pork by implying that we are too stupid to know what a stimulus bill, as he's on retreat while the country burns, is. Robbing Peter to pay Paul isn't the answer. Call your senator today. Tell them that if it's more than 2 years out and doesn't produce 10,000 jobs, take it out of the bill. There's certainly no consensus except that we all agree that the economy is in horrible shape. Horrible shape. That much there's consensus on. What, if anything, the government should do about it, I don't think we have a consensus. So let's hear what you all have to say about this. Let's start with Jann in California. Jann, welcome to News Talk Online on Paltalk.com.
Thanks, Gary. Well, the same thing's happening in California. That's happening. We have now, I guess they're cutting back on services, and next thing in California we have to look forward to is them raising our taxes, because they cannot get a budget right here, and they haven't been able to for a number of years. So like I said that last year, that it's what happens in California is going to start spreading across the United States. But back to the stimulus package, there's nothing in there that I can even see, or even the people commenting on TV can see, that is going to help stimulate new jobs. All of this is government jobs. That's what they want to create, is more people working for the government. And the government, if anybody has ever applied for a government job, knows that it can take 6 months to a year before you even get in the door for that government job, and most of them end up hiring from within to those positions. So I don't see anything at all. Obama, and I mentioned this, Gary, when a few weeks ago, when after Obama had taken office, and you know my comment I made about him, and I said that he's going to be hated in a year, and he isn't even a month out, and people are seeing him for what he is, and he's not doing a very good job in taking the horse by the reins and leading it, and I don't know, it's out of control. Basically, in my opinion, the Hill is like a bunch of drunk sailors out on the town, and they're spending our money doing it. And so I applaud the Republicans for not voting yes on any of this. We saw back in December when that monies went through, which I was totally against, and how that money disappeared. Boy, did that $600 or $1,200 in your household do you a lot of good? Doesn't do much, really. So my opinion is that they want to keep gas prices down, and they want to cut taxes and encourage businesses to stay in the states, stay in the country, and stop importing more than we're exporting. I think that would help stimulate the economy a lot more than penalizing our companies here in the United States and our workers.
Well, thank you, Jann. I don't know if I quite read it the same way you do, because the bill would create public works jobs to improve the infrastructure. So those aren't just government bureaucratic jobs. Those are real jobs to real people.